All right, what is today? Tax day, April 15th, 2024. Amy and I came out here. We got to go to a track meet with Macy up in Mount Ora. We came out to the Georgetown office, and then we decided to come out here. We met with Mr. Josh Meeks over on the Bell property to talk about the property line and fencing and all that kind of stuff. And now we came over to West Fork, and we did a run through of this farmhouse and kind of got some ideas. And I'm just going to walk and talk through those for future memory. But anyhow, we might take that side off over there, and then when we redo these columns, we may just wrap those in some things rather than taking any of that down. Crunchy sounding. Put a real step in there, fix all that stuff over there, make it a real walkway in here. You walk in, this is probably needs to remain a living room. You can see the stairwell right there. We thought about making this a bedroom and moving the entrance door over there to that room, but that's not going to work because of that stairwell there. This would then become a doorway into a potential bedroom. Bedroom would go all here, and that over there goes the kitchen, but we potentially would wall that off, and we'll talk about that in a second. So this would just be an enclosed bedroom door back to the living room, no bathroom directly connected to the bedroom, but we're thinking that this small room back in here, the actual only bathroom that's in this whole building is on the other side of that wall. So we're thinking about turning this whole room into a bigger bathroom that is useful. All the plumbing's right there in that wall there. And we might just open that up and do that. Upstairs is what it is. It could just use some fresh work on it and some paint. The thought is the major, well, hi, Amy. The major piece is going through that closet underneath the stairs and turning left. That goes into the existing bathroom a little bit, turning left and going into the kitchen. So let me take you over there and show you that. When we go through that room and take a left, we end up somewhere in this area here, stealing some of the side of this to make that wide enough. This would get walled off back over on this side right here, and we could turn this area, the depth of this, which is the basement going down, the basement stairs going downstairs, and the second floor stairs going upstairs. We could take this cavity and turn it into a bit of a pantry right there. We would end up using up this corner of the bathroom here for coming through that closet and turning right as we're looking at this video right now over into the living room, kitchen. And then this on the other side of this is that room that we said we would turn into a bigger bathroom. So we got all the plumbing right here, sink here, toilet there, shower plumbing over in there, and we could just kind of rearrange all that over in that direction for a nice big full-size modern bathroom. Then you're left with in here, coming in over in this area, this door would be gone, so you'd be able to take your countertop this way all the way, turn the corner, come down this way. You might just leave your stove. I don't know exactly where you do all that. There's some design work to be done in the kitchen, but they've got gas for stove. There's a fridge there that potentially could come over in that corner, and maybe the stove ends up over in the center of that lane right there. We need a good range hood coming out of the top of that, being a gas stove, to go up. But then this steps down over here to the side of the building, and this is a little add-on that they built. Not totally sure if we would keep this and clean it up and put a fresh coat of lipstick on all this, or just take it off completely. That's yet to be determined. And then goes down to the basement, and we don't need to go down in that. It's moldy and musty smelling right now, and I don't want to go walk around down in there. That needs a good clean out. It's not in bad shape. It's not soaking wet. Amy's going to try to get us stung by a bee for some reason. Why on earth are you doing that? Not with that kind of... she's trying to get me stung. So anyhow, down there is not bad at all, other than we don't have any HVAC running. I guess there's no electricity here, but with all this rain we've had, there's been no apparent problem with a sump pump not working. Although it does feel fairly wet down here. But this whole thing would probably need to be, we gotta get the electricity fired back up, get this whole thing cleaned out, get all this stuff out of here, and keep electricity running so that the sump pump is gonna be working all the time.
You don't see any water?
It feels wet on my feet in the carpet a little bit, but I'm not sure if that's real or imagined. But it's not sloshy or anything. It's got the oil tank for the heating system. So see the plumbing. Where is the bathroom?
You're kind of under it.
I think I'm kind of under it. Not sure where okay. Anyhow.
Is that metal wall load bearing?
Which? There's some big old beams down here. Columns, I should say. But the ceiling is covered, so you can't really tell what's going on at the ceiling level. There's a big column right there. And then some HVAC running through here. There's plumbing. That's kitchen plumbing. That's potentially bathroom plumbing right there. And then somewhere around here. Oh, here's a hidden extra shower down here. That is in a weird spot. We probably wouldn't keep that or use that. I don't know where the main toilet drain is. This has got to be shower drain. That's got to be sink drain. Toilet drain should be right there. But maybe it goes outside almost immediately or something to the septic system. All right then. I think that gets us enough on video that we could go back and review. You'd come up here. Yep. Toilet is right here. We had the drain sink for that. The drain sink for that. The drain for that. No drain for this, and I bet it goes straight out the back somewhere, so I'm going to go out there and look for any evidence of that. But that is the current tour of the things. I'll give us some stuff to go back and hash through as though we're looking at it spacing wise. This bedroom area is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 13 or 14 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 13 or 14 wide. So it's about a 13 by 13 room for a bedroom. All right then, that's all I got. Say bye, Amy.
Bye.
Just doing another quick video since I got outside of what the outside looks like. I took several pictures. Let's see, this is that bathroom window right there. I assume that's a vent stack for the plumbing. Not sure what that's for because they don't have a washer and dryer in here. But I bet somewhere around here you could probably take a shovel and follow a drain line to a septic system of some sort. But anyhow, this whole thing could use an outdoor facelift. I don't know what kind of siding that is, but maybe you just cover over it with some fresh hardy board or something like that. I don't know. But all right, we're gonna go up to Macy's track meet at Western Brown and have a good time there. So that's it for now. Goodbye.